Great advice. Great advice. It seems like what you're saying, so much of it is network, not what you know, but who you know. And I'm
Hmm.
curious, let's say I moved, as an example, to LA. I mean, how do you get into these networking events? Like, how do you put yourself out there? If, let's say, I take away that advice, which is great, and I want to put myself out there, I mean,
So
how do
what do
I
you do
even,
with it?
yeah, what do I do with
Yeah,
that? What's the first steps? How do I find these people that will help me with my business?
for sure. So what you said, I think, is a great way to put it. It's not always about your skills, but it's about who you know. There have been so many instances where I've gotten opportunities not because of how good I am, but it's simply because I know the right person, right? And that goes a very long way, and that goes, in almost any industry, photography, acting, dance, any of the arts, even just in life in general, right? If you know the right
Hmm.
people, they're gonna bring you along the right way. So yeah, like I said, there is some luck involved. I was, very lucky to, meet these people when I did. Um, but yeah, like I said, like literally, it started off with like the people I knew from Instagram. I knew a few
Hmm.
people from Instagram, so I met them. Then from those people, I would hang out with them, and there would be someone else, like one of their friends. I would meet them. You just like you keep meeting people, right? But it has to be a conscious choice again. You have to put yourself out there. You have to want to meet people, right? Because like let's
Hmm.
say like I'm with this person, they have like one of their friends over, right? Like I could very well be like, yo, like what's up, bro? Like nice to meet you, and that's it. Or, I would tell them like, hey, like yeah, like I just moved here. Like this is what I'm trying to do. Like, if you know anyone that's looking for work or if you can connect me, like it's all about how you position yourself. Because things aren't just going to come to you. Again, sometimes if you're lucky, things will, but you don't know if you're going to be lucky and you don't know when you're going to be lucky. So you need to assume that you're not going to be lucky and you need to make it happen for yourself, right? At the gym, like I would be at the gym and like, I'd have my phone, propped up, like, and I would just like film like little like workout videos. I'd have people coming up to me like, oh, like that's so cool. Are you making a video? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah, like I just moved here. Like I'm trying to work, just like constantly like putting myself out there. And like, I mean, dude, like probably like every day, like I'm talking to at least 5, 10, 15 people, every single day, like getting phone numbers, like getting emails, like getting like Instagrams, like whether I was gonna get something directly for them and this was the case, this happened so many times, like I would meet people and tell them like this is what I'm doing, like here's my contact, like if you need anything, like reach out to me, like I'm willing to work, whatever. Like there were times like those people, like I met them and then like a year later after we met, we haven't even spoke, I haven't seen this person for another year. This dude I met at the gym, a year later he reaches out like, hey man, like one of my friends is has a product and they want a video, right? So you never know when, if you're gonna be lucky, when it's gonna come. So you just always got to keep putting yourself out there. Yeah, so like those first few months was just like so much of just like meeting people and putting myself out there and just like very slowly, like it's like a snowball effect, like it just keeps building and building and building. And LA is huge, but it's very small at the same time, especially like the industry. Like you very quickly get to meet everyone. And, now that I've been here for a while, I've been here for 3 years, but like everyone knows everyone. Like that's just kind of how it works with like the industry, just like with connections. So yeah, like I would say like the biggest piece of advice is just like you have to put yourself out there and can't you can't be afraid to put yourself out there because it is scary, just like just going up to random people and basically just like pitching yourself. Like, you are literally just pitching yourself, like it's like an elevator pitch essentially, right? It is not an easy thing to do. It's nerve-wracking going up to a stranger, so it is like a social skill, in a sense. So just like not being afraid to like put yourself out there and also realizing that like I might not even benefit from this person at all. Like I might get their contact and nothing ever comes from it. Or like I said, like, it might come up like a year later and you just have no idea. So just like constantly just putting yourself out there, like talking to people, introducing yourself to people, and like you also have to believe in yourself. Like this is one thing that I'll probably talk more about, and this is like a huge overarching theme to this all, is you have to believe in yourself. Like I said earlier, like, I didn't know what it was, but I knew, like, freshman year of high school, I was 14. Like, I just knew, like, so deep down that, like, I wanted this. And, like, I knew that I was meant to do this, and just, like, having that, like, self-confidence and that belief. And it doesn't come easy, and it sometimes doesn't even come naturally, but just, like, always, like, in the back of my head, like, to this day, I'm always just like, I know I'm going to accomplish these things. Like, back then, what was running through my head was like, I know I'm going to keep meeting people. Like, one of these days, I'm going to meet the right person, and they're going to, give me a job or connect me with the right person. Just like having that, like, faith in yourself, and like that, you have to be delusional. You have to be very delusional, because, for a while, you're not going to get any results. You're not going to get anything from it. So, like, just like being delusional and just like knowing, like, okay, like, something's going to work out. One of these days, like, something is going to work out. I don't know how, I don't know when, but just like believing, like, it's going to work one day. That's a big thing too. But just put yourself out there, talk to people.